To the note, you've got to be ready for vibrato. And in order to do that, here's the two words: thumb over. And you know, Google any picture of Jimi Hendrix, and you'll see his thumb hanging way over the neck. Now I know right now this is creates a division because all the classical people are like, no, the thumb is forbidden. It might be if you play classical guitar, because classical guitar you're not doing like the Hendrix wailing kind of vibrato. But if you want to bend the string like in the style of Jimi Hendrix, who before him, B.B. King, Albert King, all those cats, thumb over is the trick. Now I've got great big hands, so I can reach the thumb over. And guess what? If you don't have great big hands, you can still do it because they make these small guitars. And so there's no excuse for not having your thumb over. At least try. I mean, there's some great players who don't have the thumb over and somehow they manage. But I just want to make it easier for you guys. I want you to go like, oh, it's not that hard if I just get my hand in the right place. And the reason I go on and on and on about this is from teaching and seeing that, like, kind of post-Metallica, like the guitars started to make their way up and the thumbs started to make their way down. And it is what it is. There's different styles of music, and that's all right. This is a stylistic thing. If you want to play, I don't know, was it gent or whatever it's called, you probably don't need the thumb over for that. This is for playing, like getting a Hendrix band. That kind of stuff is going to be a lot easier to do with the thumb over. So that's just to plant the seed of the two words that you're going to remember tonight, and that, again, you've got no excuse, because even if you've got little hands, this instrument will let you get your thumb over. And, try it with any guitar. I mean, Angus Young, he's a little guy. He can still, watch him, when he's doing his, he's got that thumb over. So that's the beginning of my little statement here. Let me look and see what song's next. It's a Jimi Hendrix song, and this song has taught me so much. This is like the testing ground. The song's called Little Wing. It's a Hendrix ballad. Basically a minor blues with some extra chords added to it. And it's taught me so much, because whenever I've got a lick, I test it out in Little Wing to see if it works. When I'm sad, she comes to me with 1,000 smiles. It's alright. Take anything you want from me, yeah. Anything, technique is you have to have a sonic target. You have something to aim for. And to me, that's where you have your vibrato heroes, your heroes of bending. And I'll share mine with you, and one of the biggest ones to me is Robert Trower. I love the way he bends a string. In the late 70s, I was like 10 years old, and I thought, man, to me, the goal was to have cool vibrato. It's not just one thing. It can be slow. And, one of the great slow guys is actually the old Kiss records. Ace Frehley from Kiss. Real rhythmic, and that was great stuff. Of course, B.B. King. I had like a life-changing vibrato experience when I tried to learn B.B. King stuff, because he has that thing where his hand, it looks like some kind of, I don't know what, just like a bird, going crazy or something, and it sounds great. And I always thought like, well, I could do that if I tried, but I never tried. And finally I thought, okay, the time has come. This is, I was in my 40s by this time, but I thought, I want to see if I can do that B.B. King thing. And I couldn't, I couldn't, how does he get that going? And so here's what I finally started watching B.B. King thing, coincidentally in the key of C sharp, the Robin Trower key. And he would play like this kind of thing with his first finger, where he's bending with just one finger. Now that's hard, because the thing I always tell my students is like, use the giant finger. That's where you make like a team of fingers. You put a bunch together, and then you got like a lot of skin. You got more power. So that's the giant finger. But B.B. didn't seem to need the giant finger. He just did it with one. And man, that just rips through your skin. Now he did 350 gigs a year or something, so he got a really good callus going. But for those of us that don't play, 2.5 hours a night, 300 gigs a year, that's a challenge. But anyway, it really helped my vibrato to also try to get that together. It turned out it was a different part of the finger that needed a callus, and I didn't have one. And it took me about 6 weeks of just going, ow, 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 and then I had to take a break and wait like 3 hours and come back, ow, ow. And finally, after 6 weeks, I could kind of go, ow. So anyway, we're gonna do a song that's I actually don't even know who wrote it, but Robin Trower did a great version of this tune. It's a blues tune called Rock Me Baby.